I'm researching the perception of Israel amongst the population of Jews living in Poland, and I want to verify if there are differences between the generations, differences between how younger and older members of the Jewish community look towards Israel, and if the differences, if there are any, are influenced by their own historical perspectives, historical experiences, if it's different because the grandfather experienced systemic anti-Semitism, or if the younger members of the community, for example, didn't experience any systemic anti-Semitism but looked towards Israel as more of a country that they don't want to be associated with. This is something that I want to verify if it really happens, and if it happens, then why. That's a very interesting question because it's not really a simple answer to. There has been many challenges. The biggest one is the self-organization of time. That if you have a lot of projects, as for my example, I'm also a journalist. I also work at a museum. It's hard to organize time, and I'm not sure if I can say I overcame the issue. I'm in the process of overcoming it. However, I try to set aside time each week towards the work, towards my PhD. That's my way of overcoming the issue, but I wouldn't say that it's done at the moment. I think my potential contributions is to see how minorities can influence the politics of the country, of both country they live in and both the country that they might be associated with. That's a third-party country, which is in case of Israel and Poland, especially since Israel says it's a country for every Jew living in the world. And it can develop a model, my research can develop a model to see how we can research other minorities living in Poland or living in another country to better understand their political attitudes towards both countries they are citizens of and countries that they might be associated with by nationality or ethnicity. There's a broad array of people who inspired me. Starting from the university teachers that I had when I did my master's thesis, and up to my current supervisors, as well as professors that I exchanged ideas with. I also run a podcast in the Middle East, so I am in touch with a lot of academics, a lot of journalists, and there is a broad array of people that I like to draw inspiration from them, to see how they work, to see how they think, and to try and implement that work into my own. After finishing my PhD, I would very much like to stay in academia. I would very much like to fulfill my role as a teacher and as a researcher, as well as I would like to keep my projects as a journalist, as this is something that is very fulfilling for me. For now, it's very important for me to set aside my journalism projects aside and focus on my PhD, but in the next year or two, when I finish my thesis, I would very much like to work in both of these areas.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.